Hello everyone, welcome to Prestige Castle Farm. Today I'm going to welcome you to my farm. Let's do a tour. Peace. So guys, hello everyone, welcome to Prestige Castle Farm. Today I'll be giving you a tour of my farm. Welcome. So it's like a vlog, so I'm not going to be too serious. I'll just show you around. By the way, look, this is guava. I just touched it and it's do you want it? If you want it, go and be a farmer. Okay guys, so this is, I'm going to give you a tour of my farm, okay? Just a tour of my farm so that you get to see this aspect of our poultry farm. So this is our layer. We have four badges of beds here of layer farming, 4 different stages of production. And the reason why we had to put it into those different stages of production is because, you know, we want to always have eggs for our customers, because, you know, you have to think like a business person. We don't want a situation where we have our customers are in demand for egg and we don't have egg to provide for them, then they can likely go elsewhere. So these guys are currently laying at above 80%, about 80%, sometimes above, sometimes below, but they're doing very well. We do deep litter. I prefer the deep litter system to the battery cage system. I have tried the battery cage system, and for me, I believe both have advantages and disadvantages, but I want my birds, you know, my chickens to, you know, be free, you know, to roam around and just be free. I don't want to cage them, you know. I feel like this is more humane. That's just my opinion. But at the same time, if you want to do, one of the mistakes I've seen a lot of people who go into battery cage, one of the mistakes I see them do is they tend to, you know, they did not plan the litter management system. You know, they just build their pen and then they take the cage and then, no. I think battery cage system, you need to have proper litter management system. Otherwise, you're going to struggle a lot with disease control. But both have advantage and disadvantage. Here we practice the battery cage, the deep litter system. And my mentor, even though he doesn't know he's my mentor, Dr. Daniel from Uganda, he also does the deep litter system. So usually you can see, so that is the foot dip. You have to dip your leg inside this water. The water itself is disinfected. So before you get into the farm, this slippers, they call it this farm slippers, are for this pen. So that's why we always keep it here. We don't move it away from this pen. So what you just need to do, if I want to get in, what I need to do is I have to pull off this one, what I'm putting on, put on this that is reserved for this pen alone. And you can see the waters. Every morning my staff change it. They change the water, they disinfect the water. So I put in my leg inside the disinfected water. And then let me just see. So basically this place is open, then I put in my legs in like this, and then I get in. Okay? So let me give you one thing. When you see your birds doing this, that gives you a sign that they are usually laying beds. You see? These are laying beds, you know, they're all laying beds. This bed gave us, I'm going to tell you a story about this bed and the challenges we had with this bed and what we did. We had, I think this is the bed that gave us the biggest headache. But currently they are laying very well. They are doing extremely well. You can see their comb is looking very good. They are producing at a very good production. You can see their feet. This is their feet. Their feet is not on the floor. We don't put it on the floor. We have it hanging. And the essence of doing this is to avoid issues of coccidiosis. So we use this feeder. It may not be the best feeder, but this is what we use. And over here we use, you can see them. That tells you that these are laying birds, and they're all looking very healthy. And then this is automatic drinker. We use the automatic drinker here. We learned, there's a lot of things we learned that has, over time, we found out that the automatic drinker is actually best. You see over there, the water comes from there. That is the water stand, and it comes in here. So the reason why we prefer the automatic drinker is because we've seen that with the manual drinker, sometimes your staff, they may be tired when you are not there, and they may not change the water when it's due to change the water. But with the automatic drinker, you are sure that there will always be water for them. And for us, we make sure that, water is very important for birds. Actually, I think water is very, very important. So we make sure that with this, you can be guaranteed that there will always be water for your birds. So this is where they lay their eggs. As you can see, they're currently laying their eggs. I wouldn't spend much time here because this is the normal time where they lay their eggs, and I don't want to disturb them much. But I just want to show you guys, this is where they lay their eggs. They come in, lay their eggs, and my staff do come in to pick the eggs. We do pick in, twice a day. I think we do have some of them that are brooding. So sometimes you have some of this issue where you have some of your bird brooding. Like you see, this one is brooding. You can see now when you do like this, you see. I think that one is brooding. This one is brooding. So we're going to move those ones that are brooding out. And this is some of the issue that you may have, is that occasionally you may have your eggs brooding. So we move them away from here if they are brooding, because we don't want them to breed. When they are brooding, it means that they are not laying egg, and that can affect the percentage of egg you receive in a day. Because sometimes we do have some birds that are brooding here as well. Sometimes you have that occasional, like this one is brooding. You can see that bird is brooding. So usually for you to check if they are brooding, just touch them and just do as if you want to touch them, and they puff out their feather. They puff out their feather. That tells you that bird is brooding. And usually what we do is that we move the bird out. We move that bird out of that place. I will show you the breeding house where they do go there, and we move them away from here. Some people take their birds and put them inside the water. We find that doesn't work out. What usually works out for us is when we move the bird away from that environment. We find out that stop them from brooding. So we take you to where we move those ones that are brooding to, so that you see how it works. I bring them over here, the ones that are brooding, we bring them here, and we find that this works. So sometimes what some people do is when their layers are brooding, they take the birds and then they dip it into water and expect the birds to move away from brooding. The danger of brooding is that the birds will not be laying. The birds have gone to its natural mode of wanting to cover the eggs and incubate the egg, and you don't want that, especially given that these are layers. Their objective is to lay birds for you, because to lay eggs for you, so that you make your profit, right? So if they are brooding, it's not in the interest of the farm. So we bring them here. As you can see, these birds previously were all brooding, but as you can see, they are out of brooding. They are currently laying. They are laying very well. You can see some of them over there. Some over there, they are still laying. If you come in there, you can see. You see some of them, they are already laying. But these were all birds that were brooding, and they are all out of brooding. Let me close the gate. I think some of them want to. So these were birds that were all brooding. As you can see, they are all out of brooding at the moment. So it's important to have a brooding house for your pen. It helps to, you can see they're all laying their eggs over there. That's where they usually come from. But these birds breeding before, we bring them out from there, from that environment, and then bring them here, and then you see then they are all out of breeding, or majority of them, maybe just few, maybe one or two that might be breeding, but they are all out of breeding and they are all producing. So if you have a pen, if you have a poultry house, a poultry farm, and your birds are breeding, just move the birds away from where they are naturally, take them to a different environment, and you see they will move out of the house. So guys, let's go. Over there is the staff quarter. Okay, that's the staff quarter. See how clean everywhere is. And these guys are the old layers. Do you know what? These guys have been laying for about 2 years now, and they're still giving us above 70%. So they're giving us around 72, sometimes 75, between 70 to 75%, and they've been laying for about 2 years now. You can see their body. Unfortunately, we have to let them go in this December. So if you want these guys in December, contact me. Contact me. They are going. But these guys, they gave me so much joy, man. These guys, they are one of my best batch that I had. Really, they really fall sick. Sometimes these badges come differently. Sometimes you have one that there's one that you have, and they won't really give you more stress. And there's a badge that you have, man. You're going to be like, you will be like, what is happening? Okay, come. So this is the old layers. This guy is 2 years. This guy started laying recently, and then this. I think the light will come in. The light will come up very soon, because this is around, we're making this video. This is about 6 p.m. So the light will soon come up. But this guys just started laying. These are the new lay. They just started laying just recently, about let's say about 2. Is it up to 2 weeks? About 2 weeks thereabout. These guys have started laying. So. They're doing well. This over there is the. Come in. Let's get inside. Come. Let me. So you have to put your leg into the food dip before you get into the pen. So these guys these are the newest babies. These ones are the new babies, ne? Come over. These are the new babies. They are doing very well. They are about 8 weeks plus, around 8 weeks. We had this. Let me tell you something, guys. We had these guys. They scared me. They scared me. We had coccidiosis outbreak when they were at 4 to 5 weeks, and we had some mortality here, which is not something that is impossible. As far as you are into layer farming or chicken, you should expect mortality, but we were able to address that problem. They've taken all their vaccine. Currently they are doing very well. We don't have any issue with them. So they're giving me joy. So come. Do you see this in my back? Like and subscribe, please, so that the channel will grow. So this is the farm. This is our farm, and it's Layers Farm. So these are the guys that I'm telling you about. These ones they are doing well. They currently at their peak of production. They currently at their peak of production. currently giving us about 80% of production. These guys. So come, let me go and show you our turkey. Come. So we do have turkey here. Yes, that's one of our turkey there. So this is our plantain farm. So come over, let me show you our turkey. So yeah, this is our brooding house. We don't have any bird that we are brooding at the moment. So when we get new birds, this is where we brood them, take care of them, prepare them before taking them to the other side. So there is no bird currently that we're brooding here. Then this is our turkey house. You come and see our turkey. That is our turkey. You see over there, those two are brooding. Just take it. Those two are covering their eggs. They're actually brooding their eggs. And then this is the landlord, the male. So yeah, this is our turkey. So yeah, this is our farm. Layer farm. Do you want this? If you want it, comment. Say I want it. By the time you comment, I've eaten it finished. So guys, thank you very much for joining us in this channel. Thank you for all your support. Please do well to like and support, and continue to support us, and we'll try as much as we can to bring you very good content. Remember, I just plugged this just now, so that is the benefit of a farmer. So be a farmer. Look at this guava. It's fresh, né? So let me go and watch it and eat it. Thank you. Bye bye.